Have you ever woken up in the morning, looked out the window, and felt like the world was rushing past you while you were just standing still? It's a feeling many people over 70 know all too well. The days may seem quieter, the routines more predictable, and sometimes the spark that once brought excitement and joy feels dimmer. But here's the truth. Just because you're older doesn't mean life has to feel smaller. In fact, these years can be some of the most rewarding, calm, and deeply fulfilling if you add just a few simple habits into your daily life. The good news is you don't need to reinvent yourself or make drastic changes. Sometimes it's the smallest shifts in how we spend our mornings, the way we move our bodies, or even the thoughts we allow into our minds that bring back that sense of meaning and peace. And today, we're going to talk about 7 daily habits that can do exactly that. Help you feel happier, calmer, and more fulfilled every single day after 70. Let's start with something simple but incredibly powerful: the way you begin your mornings. You see, the first moments of your day set the tone for everything that follows. If you wake up scrolling through worrying news or sitting with a cup of tea replaying yesterday's frustrations, chances are the rest of your day will carry that same weight. But if you take just 10 minutes each morning to pause, breathe, and focus on gratitude, maybe thinking of 3 things you're thankful for, you'll notice how quickly your mood shifts. It could be as simple as appreciating the warmth of your blanket, the sound of birds outside your window, or the memory of a loved one's smile. Gratitude softens the heart and reminds us of all the goodness still surrounding us, even on quieter days. Along with gratitude, starting the morning with gentle movement can do wonders for your body and mind. I'm not talking about running a marathon or lifting heavy weights. I mean something as simple as stretching your arms up high, taking a slow walk around the garden, or doing light chair exercises if your mobility is limited. Movement wakes up your circulation, eases stiffness, and gives your brain a boost of oxygen that makes you feel alert and alive. Many seniors tell me that once they commit to just 10 minutes of movement in the morning, they not only feel more energized, but also sleep better at night. It's amazing how the body rewards you when you show a little kindness. Now, let's talk about another habit that might surprise you: staying connected. Loneliness can creep in silently after 70, especially if family lives far away or if friends are no longer around. But connection doesn't always have to mean big social gatherings. Sometimes it's as simple as calling a friend for a short chat, waving to a neighbor, or joining a local group or class that interests you. Human beings are wired for connection, and a little bit each day can lift your spirits more than you realize. When you share a laugh, listen to someone's story, or even just feel acknowledged by another person, it fills a deep emotional need that keeps the heart happy. These 3 habits, starting your day with gratitude, adding gentle movement, and staying connected in small but meaningful ways, are like the foundation stones for a joyful life after 70. They don't take much effort, but they create ripples of positivity that reach every corner of your day. And once you begin practicing them consistently, you'll notice a subtle but powerful shift. You'll feel calmer when challenges arise, more energetic during your daily routines, and more fulfilled when the day comes to a close. Now that we've touched on these simple but powerful daily practices, let's keep going. There are other habits, just as important, that bring even deeper levels of peace and purpose into your life. One of the most overlooked habits that can completely transform how you feel after 70 is the way you nourish your mind. We often talk about food for the body, but what about food for your thoughts? The truth is, your mind needs stimulation just as much as your muscles need movement. Reading a good book, working on a crossword puzzle, or even learning something new, like a few words of a foreign language or how to play a simple tune on an instrument, keeps your brain active and sharp. When your mind is challenged, you feel more alert, more engaged, and more alive. You're not just passing time, you're feeding your curiosity, and that brings an incredible sense of fulfillment. Some people worry that mental decline is inevitable with age, but science shows us that the brain has an amazing ability to adapt and grow, even later in life. Each time you try something new, you're literally creating new connections in your brain. Imagine your brain like a garden. If you water and care for it daily, flowers continue to bloom. But if you leave it untended, weeds creep in and take over. So think of mental stimulation as watering your garden. It doesn't need to be complicated, just consistent. Another daily habit that brings a deep sense of peace is spending time in nature. There's something truly healing about stepping outside, even if it's just for a few minutes. The fresh air, the sound of birds, the sunlight warming your skin. It all works together to calm your mind and uplift your spirit. Studies show that even 15 minutes of time outdoors can lower stress levels and improve mood. And the best part is, you don't need to travel far or do anything strenuous. A slow walk in the park, sitting under a tree with a cup of tea, or tending to a small garden at home can bring a kind of joy and calmness that no television show or gadget ever could. Nature has a way of reminding us that life keeps moving forward, that beauty exists in the simplest of places, and that we're a part of something much larger. And then there's one habit that might seem small, but is actually incredibly powerful: practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness is just a fancy word for paying attention to the present moment. It means noticing the little details, the taste of your morning tea, the rhythm of your breathing, the feel of the chair supporting you. When you focus on the here and now, your mind doesn't have as much room to dwell on regrets about the past or worries about the future. It gives you permission to simply be, and in that stillness, you'll often find a sense of peace that's hard to put into words. Some people practice mindfulness through meditation, but it doesn't always have to be that formal. You can be mindful while washing dishes, walking slowly, or even listening carefully to the laughter of a grandchild. It's about choosing to be fully present, even in ordinary moments. And over time, this practice can lower anxiety, improve sleep, and bring more joy into your day-to-day life. These habits, feeding your mind with new challenges, embracing the calming power of nature, and slowing down through mindfulness, go beyond just feeling good. They create a deep sense of meaning. They remind you that every day holds opportunities for growth, joy, and calmness, no matter your age. And when you weave them into your daily routine, you'll notice how they shift the way you see the world. Life after 70 isn't about shrinking into the background or simply getting through the days. It's about finding new ways to stay vibrant, to stay curious, and to savor the richness of each moment. And as you begin blending these habits into your life, you'll realize that happiness and fulfillment don't come from grand gestures. They come from the simple things you choose to do every single day. Now that we've explored these beautiful habits that nourish the mind, calm the soul, and connect you to the world around you, let's continue with the final few that bring everything together in a way that feels deeply satisfying. As we move into the final part of our journey together, I want you to pause for a moment and think about the last time you did something purely because it brought you joy. Not because it was practical, not because it was on your to-do list, but simply because it made your heart feel light. One of the most powerful habits for a happier life after 70 is allowing yourself space for joy, play, and creativity. Maybe it's painting, singing, dancing in your living room, or even baking a favorite recipe from your younger years. When you give yourself permission to enjoy life's pleasures, you remind yourself that happiness isn't reserved for children or for the past. It's here, waiting for you in the present. Many people feel guilty about taking time for themselves, as if joy is a luxury. But the truth is, joy is nourishment for the soul. Just like your body needs food, your spirit needs moments of laughter, creativity, and lightness. Even a few minutes each day spent doing something you love can shift your entire outlook. Life feels less like a routine and more like a gift. The next habit is one that often gets overlooked, yet it holds incredible power: giving back. When you find ways to share your time, your wisdom, or even your kindness with others, it fills your life with a sense of purpose that no amount of material comfort can match. Maybe it's volunteering at a local community center, mentoring a younger person, or simply offering a listening ear to a friend. Each act of giving reminds you that you still have so much to contribute, that your presence matters, and that your experiences carry value for the world around you. Purpose is what keeps us going, and generosity is one of the surest paths to finding it. And finally, the last daily habit is one that ties all the others together, ending your day with reflection and gratitude. Just as the way you begin your morning shapes the hours ahead, the way you close your day shapes your rest and prepares you for tomorrow. Before you go to bed, take a few minutes to reflect on what went well. It might be a good conversation, a moment of laughter, or even just the comfort of a cozy blanket on a chilly evening. Write it down if you like, or simply hold it in your thoughts. This small act creates a gentle sense of closure, reminding you that even on days that feel ordinary, there are always blessings to notice. When you combine all of these habits, starting your mornings with gratitude and movement, staying connected, nourishing your mind, embracing nature, practicing mindfulness, making time for joy, giving back, and ending with reflection, you create a rhythm of life that is calm, happy, and deeply fulfilling. None of them require perfection. None of them demand hours of your day. But together, they weave a beautiful pattern of living that makes every day after 70 a chapter worth cherishing. And here's the most important part. It's never too late to start. Happiness doesn't have an age limit, and peace doesn't belong only to the young. The choices you make today, small as they may seem, are the seeds for the joy you'll feel tomorrow. So give yourself permission to live fully. Celebrate your mornings, move your body, connect with others, learn something new, breathe in the beauty of nature, be present, play, give, and end your days with gratitude. Because life after 70 isn't about slowing down, it's about savoring. It's about realizing that these years are not the end of your story, but a rich and meaningful chapter where you get to decide what matters most. So, if this message has resonated with you, I'd love for you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Tell me, what habit are you most excited to start? Or which one already brings you joy? Your story might just inspire someone else watching today. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more ways to keep your life healthy, happy, and full of purpose. Here's to living your best life at any age, because happiness, calmness, and fulfillment are not behind you. They are right here, waiting to be embraced today.